Assalamu alaikum viewers, and hello to everyone listening and watching. Today we have gathered here to discuss some of our niche and premium oud lines. Whenever we get a lot of our VIP clients and a lot of our oud collectors, we don't call them to the shop, but we call them to a private room and we discuss some of our elite products. So today we have Mohsin who works with us. So introduce yourself, Mohsin.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Mohsin Kiyum and I've been working here for a while now. Been in the industry for a couple of months now.
Excellent.
Work with Mr. Salim.
We have Roy here as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Roy. I'm a loyal customer for Mr. Salim, so I love his product. So yeah, we're gonna discuss about all the products here today.
And finally we have Zubair.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Zubair. I've been purchasing from Brother Salim for a few years now and looking forward to purchasing some more products.
Excellent. So we're going to keep this very informal. We don't want to, confuse people, and we don't want to get these guys, confused about any of our products. But the main thing we have gathered is today is regarding some of our oud chips and some of our niche attars. So the first question I want to ask all of you, that's the main question, is why do you use these products? Like we have about 1,000 products. So we have like sprays, candles, commercial brands. We have maybe 15 brands. But why do you like the pure ouds, so the actual Aggarwood and sandalwood and the attars and the premium attars, rather than the commercial sprays and the commercial products? So Zubair, why do you want to answer this first?
Yeah, absolutely. The reason I like oud and raw materials is because it's part of my routine. So I use this for when I go to the mosque for my prayers. So I use deer musk. I use oud, so it is very important to me.
Okay. But what's the difference though? What does it bring? Like, compared to a Versace spray, a Creed spray, what's the difference oud brings? Is it just the spiritual side, or is it the smell, or is it the aroma as well?
I'd say it's both, and the distinction between the two, I would say, would be the quality of the raw material.
Okay.
So I just think there's a lot more projection with raw materials compared to when it's diluted or created by someone or mixed with perfumer's alcohol.
Okay, excellent. And Roy, you've been coming to us for a few years now, and you're not a client, you're not a customer, you're a friend. You bought many people to us, and it's not about us just making money from those customers, but it's also about them saving money, but also smelling better than before. Because that's what I find out from a lot of my customers is two things. So I'll give you the viewers one very interesting example. One of my clients, he was in a taxi one day, and the taxi driver had our Oud wood car air freshener, and he said it reminds me of my Tom Ford Oud wood spray, and he said I paid £300 for it, but it only lasts 2 hours. And then he said, taxi driver said, oh yeah, there's a shop, Scent Salim. All I know is products last long. Go down. So one day he came down and he said he used to spend £700-800 per month in duty free. It was a businessman, or Harvey Nichols or John Lewis. £700-800 per month on maybe 3 products. But now, since he started coming to us, he's spending maybe £150-200, but he's going home with 4 or 5 products. All of a sudden, he's changed from going into commercial sprays into our sprays. And then we asked him, what's the best thing about it? He said, look, I'm saving money and my products are lasting longer. So the young lads in our store, they love the commercial sprays, the original packaging, the £300 sprays they can show off to their friends. He went to his Range Rover car and he bought a box, and he said, look, Salim, keep this, give it to your staff. So he bought a box of 7 original Creed and Tom Ford. He said, since I've been coming to you for 6-7 months, I've stopped using these. And which was a compliment for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Roy, why are your customers, you do business as well?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing for you is when you go down, people say you smell amazing. That's why you send the customers to us. But what's the thing that stands out for you?
To be honest, my side is exactly the same as you've been saying about that guy with the Range Rover. So I used to buy Creed in the Ivory Coast and also Fraser, like the spray one. Okay. But it doesn't last. So I've discovered Scent Salim from someone as well. So I just found out that I asked him the smell. He said, oh, I can show you one shop in around there. He showed me your shop. When I came and I tried to ask you different smells, then when you showed me the oil, I tested the oil, Tom Ford, for one day. It lasted like a week. So what I've discovered with your product, it saves me money. It's more affordable, but it lasts longer. It's so natural. So if you can spend a little bit of money, but you can use the product for a long time.
Excellent, yeah.
So it saves you a lot of money. That's,
so going back to this, viewers, so the alternatives is one of the things we do in our business, because when we started off 10, 12 years ago, it's one of the items that used to sell a lot for us.
Yeah.
And after that, when you go to a factory, you realize Prada, Hugo Boss, no one's really got a copyright on any fragrance, because the ingredients are made from a perfumer, and then you get big companies coming over and rebranding it. Yeah. So copyright, no one really, has it. So going back to today's main, discussion, which is discussing pure Aggarwood. So for people who don't know what Oud looks like, so the actual Aggarwood, it looks like this. So we have some really nice pieces. This is from Cambodia. We acquired this 4 or 5 years ago. So we've got some really nice pieces in here. And once you've distilled this, it turns into the actual Oud oil. So we have Oud oil from different countries. This one is called the Oud Medina. It's from Sri Lanka. The distillation took place in 2016. Okay. So let's have a little test of this. And I want to find out, what do you guys pick up from some of our new products? So have a little.
Is this new?
This is new, yeah. It's not very new, but we've had it for about a year or something. And
can I test it on?
Yeah, go for it. What do you think?
It's very nice.
Very nice. And
it's really nice. It's
this one
it's
is
pure one. So natural. This smells nice.
Assam 2011. Assam is one of the biggest regions which produces Aggarwood in India. Zubair, what do you think about this one?
Oh wow, the projection is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, this.
But the main, essence and the main benefit of Oud, and the blessing of Oud, is when you wear it and it changes, according to the temperature, the weather, the way it, brings in the beautiful warm aroma. It's something amazing, especially in winter, because some people, from the Indian subcontinent, they say that the Oud smells very good in hot weather, which is true. But I also disagree. I think in winter it brings in something different. Firstly, I think it keeps you warm, because when you've got that warm smell, that wood, that leather smell, it naturally, psychologically keeps you a little bit naturally warm. When you're wearing a jacket, especially like something, fleece type, it brings an amazing scent, especially when you put it on your skin and it reacts.
I think it depends. That friend of mine I brought here went to travel to Africa.
Yeah.
He just phoned me about all the oil he just bought in here. So I think the more you get warm, like you sweat. Yeah. You know what I mean? That aroma just comes up. It's
beautiful.
People likes your product.
It's something you can't compare. It's like when you have a normal chicken, the chickens you buy from meat shops, 3 for £5, and you have a desi or organic chicken. The taste, that's the difference. And same with chocolates. You get cheap chocolates and you get quality, Lindt or something like this. You see the difference in quality. So same with Oud. You pay for what you get. I always say. Another ingredient which I want to highlight today is something we distilled ourselves last year. So hopefully we want to take our camera crew, hopefully we want to take them as well to Turkey to record the actual distillation and process, because it's absolutely amazing. What do you think about this? The sharpness of the rose. This is first grade rose from Turkey, Isparta. It's inside
Can I smell that?
Yeah.
What type of rose is this? Is this a type rose or?
This is Isparta rose from Turkey.
Isparta rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a first grade. So first grade rose, what does it mean? So in a basket over there, I've got some rose petals which I actually bought as a souvenir. So have you seen the sharpness of that rose?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So you're looking at tons of roses to distill 1-2 kilos of oil. Yeah. And the person I bought it from, he had I think 250 acres of land. 250 acres of roses.
Yeah.
And I asked him, what's your plan now, business plan? He goes, my distillation in July finishes in February next year. So I need more land. So
how long does the distillation process take?
well,
start
no,
to
it's,
finish?
the main thing is the roses to grow,
Okay.
and the harvest and the distillation doesn't take long. It's not like oud.
Right.
A few weeks they've got the oil, but it's about getting the roses to grow over the year.
Right.
And then once they've distilled the oil, but his stock, just imagine July, June, from 250 acres of roses, the land, it finishes in February time.
Right.
So he, 3-4 months he's out of stock.
Yeah.
So, rose again, same with Shamamatul Ambar, sandalwood from Mysore. The other one I wanted to get to today was and discuss was some of our recent purchases. So we recently visited some of our Indian, Indian family, and they actually have big farms there.
Okay.
So I want you to have a little sniff of this. So one of the
Smell
best
amazing,
elite
this.
Aggarwoods I've seen anywhere. I've been using wood in the 18, 19 years, but this one was organic, sinking grade.
Wow.
And sinking grade organic, very, very hard to find now.
See, I can smell it already from
Yeah,
putting
it
it on.
smells amazing, this
That's
one
what
as
I'm
well.
saying, yeah.
The texture is extremely thick. The texture is
yeah.
really nice.
So we have two grades of this. We have the old organic grade, and because the supplier only sold us 100 grams because they didn't have enough stock, we also acquired some of the recent distillation. And then you just give me the Agarwood there, the Philippines grade. And I also asked the same supplier, give me some good quality Agarwood. So have a look at this. One of the best Agarwoods I've recently discovered.
This is special.
Yeah,
this.
It's extremely nice.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They're really nice.
So Zubair, you tell us a little bit more about burning Aggarwood. You said you burn a lot of Aggarwood.
That's right. Yeah, I recently built a subitism heater because I was looking at ways
Okay.
to burn Aggarwood, and I learned what should be the right way. I started to burn Aggarwood on coal, but I noticed that the temperature wasn't right. It wouldn't really smell right, and it was really hard to enjoy. So I ended up building a subitism heater so I can control the temperature
Okay.
of Aggarwood, and I've been experimenting actually with different temperatures. I've noticed that just like the fragrances, also the Aggarwood smells different at different temperatures, and how long you burn them for.
So these ones, I don't really burn this on this charcoal because I think wastes a lot of money. Yeah, it's quite costly. So I just want to show the viewers how easy it is to burn Bakhoor and Aggarwood. So all you do is normal Bakhoor, basic Aggarwood. You buy a burner, get the charcoal, light it up, and then you just sprinkle the actual Aggarwood or Oud on top of it, and that's it. So what do you think about this one? Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
So, Bear, what do you think?
Yeah,
Have a
it's-
look.
it's really nice.
What notes are you picking up on this? This is a Cambodian one, I think, K3.
Yeah, it smells absolutely amazing. I wanted to ask you what inspired you to create the Scent Salim brand, and what inspired you to get into Aggarwood and Oud oil?
Yeah, it's a good question. We've done a few videos about this, how we started the brand, how I got into the ouds. So when I was in the institute, I was studying in Islamic Madrasa, a traditional Islamic institute, and in there you get one bed and one locker. So every student's got a locker and a bed. That's all you get. In your locker you get 4 shelves. And when I was 12, 13, I started to collect some ouds and perfumes. My dad had some previously. My parents had a few, sprays, Chanel, a few Attars, ouds gifted to them, but no one was really. I wasn't really into it too much. But slowly, in madrasa, there's not much to do there. There's not much to look forward to. So I started to collect some oud and some perfumes, and then I started collecting the nice bottles. And then after about a year or two, I had like 30, 40. Then I found out 2 shelves in my locker was literally full with perfume and ouds. So I started collecting. Even when I was finishing from the institute at the age of like 20, 21, I didn't realize that I will create a brand. So one day, this is how it actually started. So this is quite interesting. One day that's why we've still got a very strong relationship with the company Mumtaz restaurant.
Right.
One day I went to their prayer rooms, in Mumtaz, and the prayer room they weren't smelling the best. And I thought, okay, I spoke to the manager and I said, what if I supply you with some perfumes for your prayer rooms? And he said, it sounds good. And he gave me the managing director's number, Rab Nawaz. And I said, then I got quite happy. When you're young and you don't know any big contacts, I thought, okay, let me email him. He gave me his email address. I emailed him and I said, if I supplied you, and he was quite generous. He said, okay, our budget's £100 per month. We trust you. You just put in £100 worth of perfumes every month and throw the old bottles away. But because he said the prayer rooms are used a lot. So I started doing that. I started supplying them. So that's how the brand got created. So I asked my younger brother Ibrahim, because I was in the institute. I didn't know anything about creating invoices, how to start a business, how to get business cards. So he helped me out with an invoice. He made a business card and he created a basic logo at that time. And Mumtaz was our first customer. So we created the brand. The name just came up, Scent Salim, our name. And they were our first customers, Mumtaz. And ever since then, we've sort of grown naturally. Because I was using Oud, and I'm still very passionate till today, even though using Oud for 20 years, sometimes people's passion sort of dies out. But my passion is still there, and I'm still a collector. So even recently, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I acquired this, and I spent a lot of my money, personal money, on Oud, which again, it's not going to sell overnight. It's going to take time to sell. But I think having maybe over 1,000 products to sell, I don't think there's any brand in the UK or even in Europe who can showcase what we have. In the Attars, what we have, like the Abdul Samad, open that one, Mohsin. Abdul Samad al-Qureshi's old batches. There's loads of collectors out there who want some of this stuff here.
And you mentioned that that's discontinued as well.
Oh yes, some of these have been discontinued. People have offered me a lot of money for these. You know, like say for example, Safa blend, and they're not cheap. So like this one is 8,000 dirhams for one 12ml bottle. It's about £2,000 for 12ml. Same with King Fahd blend. No one has that by Arabian Oud. Prince Diamini, they used to be £10,000 a bottle, but they were magnificent scents. People might think, oh, ridiculous money. Fair enough, they are expensive, but they were some beautiful scents. Same with the Amwaj Attars. Mohsin, do you know, just pick a few boxes, just pick maybe the white box up. So we've got loads of Amwaj Attars which have been discontinued, and sometimes they do produce some in their factory. I was lucky enough to go to their factory last year and visit their headquarters. So the bottles come in really nice packaging. This is the Homage Old batch. So the white bottles were the old formulations, the red and the black boxes were the new formulations. So we've got some of those. Again, a lot of the Ouds. So like this one here, Brunei Oud, again discontinued, because pure Oud is very difficult for brands to find now. No one can really come find pure first grade Ouds. I've also got some Oud Elite discontinued pieces. So this is some of Ajmal's old oils, some of their old Oud oils. I've also got some of Anarkali, Salim Oud, and same with some of the old Ansar oils as well.
So does Ajmal still make this, or is this also discontinued as well?
Ajmal, you know what it is with Ajmal's a big brand. They've got 200-300 shops. So a brand will only sell things commercially where they have enough of the actual ingredients. Right. So a lot of the times, some of the products they release, but they finish and they can't do this. They can't produce anymore. Right. Yeah. So for me, as a brand, we've got the other products which sell all the time. So this is obviously just a private collection which we don't show normal clients, only when they visit us by appointment. But we have all the branded products: Amwaj, Abdul Samad Qureshi, Arabian Oud. We have Ajmal Haramain. We also have the Scent Salim products. We have our beard oil products, hair oils, car air fresheners, Bakhoor, candles. So we have a big line of products. We also wholesale manufacture these products. A lot of them are handmade. But in terms of showcasing some of the natural ingredients like ambergris, no one really has that. Patchouli, first grade. Show that royal blend just behind that one here. This is one of my first scents I made, but this one I'll never sell it. This is from 2007. It's an old batch royal blend. So our royal blend Attar was a blend of Oud, rose and musk, which sold very, very well. Even till today, one of our classic top sellers. Okay. And this is the old batch of that.
And this is your own formulation?
This is created from scratch. This was one of the first scents I created using high quality ingredients. So you can check the reviews on Google and online. Yeah. Affordable as well. 3ml is retails for £40. So it's not too expensive as well. Yeah. But this one's the first one, so I've sold maybe 3ml of that, but not more than that.
I think this is a masterpiece. Well done. You did really well.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's about it. That's how Scent Salim. That's how we're different. We're a bit more passionate. We're not just a brand selling 50, 60 products. But another thing about me was, people used to call when you've got one niche product. People would say, "Have you got this?" So what I used to do was also always source that product. So I kept sourcing products. So the disadvantage of this is you end up with a lot of dead stock. But then this is part of my collection. Any other questions, Roy?
No, I don't have a question. So I wanted just to say, in my point of view, I would like to recommend your product to anyone because you always see me bringing new people, new faces to buy your product because it's so special.
Thank you.
Since I've been buying your product, you know me. Every week I just buy stuff from this shop, and I've got the collections of.
We normally give you a free box. So all our regular customers, once they've purchased 15, 20, we've give.
And
depends how many they purchase. We give them a box.
And air freshener. I've got a lot air freshener for free.
A box like that. We've got different boxes, and we've got these personalised ones as well. So we normally give all our customers. Let's put that on there, and show them that box. So we normally give them a box which looks like this, so they can put their collection in there.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for the camera crew. I've not seen a setup like this before locally in our office. But thank you so much, viewers, for watching, and do leave your comments and anything else, any collaborations, contact us via email.